Hey guys, what's up? It's Sable back here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the brand new Cyprus map and looking at all the different loot spawn locations, all the different types of loot, and comparing the different towns to determine where you should go when you want to loot in the map. Now, starting off, we're going to go over the three different farms in the map. That's KOLASSI farm, APHRODITE farm, and KARPASIA farm. I'm probably pronouncing those wrong, but that's fine. And we're just going to start off with the KOLASSI farm. So all farms have civilian guns, food, clothes, and farm items for spawns. But and that's all KOLASSI farm actually has is civilian guns, food, clothes, and farm items from what I saw in the map editor. So unfortunately, KOLASSI farm is not the place you should go. Also they all have trees, I think, except for maybe one of them. Next up, APHRODITE farm. It also has, on top of it, civilian guns, food, clothes, and farm items. It has gas spawns. So that's going to be like your gas, your steely wheelies, your blowtorch, mechanic stuff, essentially. And then as well as that, on top of that, it also has US guns. This was one of the only places in the map that I found that has US guns. I might have been tripping, but I'm pretty sure I saw it. So, I mean, that's actually a really good spot to go looting. And then lastly, of course, we have KARPASIA farm, which has your military low and military high guns. That's going to be all of your military weapons, all your military gear, your military knives, smokes, all that stuff, like grease stuff including. It's like a super broad range, all your military stuff, and it's a pretty good location to loot. So I recommend you go there. But as far as the best ones go, just because the KARPASIA farm has the little crash helicopter with military stuff, I'm going to say that's going to be your top spot to go for farms. Next up, of course, would be APHRODITE farm. And then thirdly, KOLASSI farm. Just KOLASSI farm has nothing really at all that the others don't. And let's move on to the next one. Alright, next up is the three camps, the airport and the tunnel crash. This is sort of like the intermediary areas, like the miscellaneous. They're not really farms, but they're not highly either. All of the camps are going to have clothes, civilian guns, camp items like crossbows, chainsaws, etc., and food. The airport will have all of these as well, minus the camp items. So at the top of the map we have the Marfou Camp, then we have the NICOSIA airport, the FAMAGUSTA camp, the LARNACA camp, and then the tunnel crash in the middle of the map. At Marfou Camp, it's really just a waste of your time. There's no point in going there at all, because it's literally just the basic items that all the camps have. Then we have NICOSIA Airport, which will have your high and low tier military items, so anything from like a smoke to like a lockdown and ammo, like anything like low to like mid-ish, high-ish tier kind of thing. Not like raiding gear, but you get what I mean. As well as mechanic items, construction items, high tier police gear, so like the rare police gear, and post office items such as like duct tape, glue, etc. Then you have FAMAGUSTA Camp, which will also just have mechanic items and construction items on top of the general items that all camps have. Then you have LARNACA Camp. LARNACA Camp will have medical items and post office items such as like duct tape, glue, rope, etc. On top of the general camp items. And then the tunnel crash has low and high tier military items, just like the NICOSIA airport will, just like the KARPASIA farm as well. So it's a really good spot to go to, but I think it might be a dead zone. So to rank these, I put Marfou Camp at 5th place just because it has nothing extra. Then I put FAMAGUSTA Camp in 4th place because I personally think it's like the least valuable out of the other four for like mechanic items and construction versus the others. Then third is LARNACA Camp because the military items outweigh the meds, but I definitely think medical items are more valuable than the previous two. Then second place is Tunnel Crash because it has military items but it doesn't have anything else. And then first place is the airport since it has high and low tier military items, high tier police items, and other stuff like clothes, civilian guns, food, construction items, etc. Moving on. And then lastly, we're going to have 3 towns in the military base and then Monastery, of course. So all 3 towns are going to have food, clothes, civilian guns, prison gear, mechanic items, construction, etc. But we have SALAMIS, we have PAPHOS, AGROS military base, and then NAPA Monastery, and RIZOKARPASO. So starting with SALAMIS, the only really extra things they have there are low tier police items, and then US guns compared to like militia guns, so like I'm guessing it's like military versus like ranger guns. So they'll have the U.S. military guns, or the U.S. guns, which are very rare on this map. Then we have PAPHOS, which the only really extra things they have is a fire station. So like fire station stuff, I think there might be filters, I didn't see any, as well as high tier police gear, so the rare police gear, and then militia items, which are going to be like your ranger guns and stuff. And then of course you have the military base, AGROS military base. It is a dead zone, of course, so it's kind of more of a risk to get there, higher tier loot. You're going to have your higher tier, like higher tier military gear, and then SPECOPS tier military gear, which is going to be all of your rating gear, so like rocket launchers, Hellsphere, your C4, SPECOPS gear, all that stuff is going to be at the military base. Then fourthly, you have RIZOKARPASO. It's another town. It just has a fire station, low tier police gear, and militia guns. Nothing really that good, kind of like SALAMIS. And then lastly, you have NAPA Monastery, which is pretty much just low and high tier military gear. It's just a military hideout, that's all it is. So you can get anything from like a grenade or like a smoke to like a gun and some ammo, like a lockdown or something. Kind of like the Tunnel Crash. Just it's not a dead zone. I think Tunnel Crash is a dead zone. So to rank these real fast, I would definitely put the military base at the top since it has SPECOPS tier gear, which no other location has unless they're in airdrops. We're gonna get like the best gear in the map. Then secondly, the Monastery, just because it has military gear and none of the other ones do. Thirdly, I put PAPHOS, because PAPHOS has the militia gear as well as high tier police gear, and none of the other towns have high tier police gear, they only have low tier. Then I tied RIZOKARPASO and SALAMIS in fourth place, just because of the fact that both of them are like, they both have like low tier police gear, but then one has militia gear and one has like militia guns, and one has US guns, so it's really a preference between which one do you like more. I'm not gonna make the decision for you, so I put them both tied at fourth place. But yeah, that's all there really is for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out my servers in the Discord below. Reform servers are pretty cool. We got a Rust Unturned on each continent, high loot. We have semi-vanilla Cyprus server, high loot, 5 times loot, I believe. We have arena servers, one of them Cyprus. They both have Maxskills and stats. We also have Survival RP and Unturned 2.0 servers. So check it out in the description. If you ever have a comment or a question or something, make sure to comment below. Also comment new ideas for videos if you have any that you want me to do. Make sure to hit the subscribe button for more, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Sable out.